In this segment, I'll be taking my longest light rig, which is a 9.5 foot Celilo with a 3000 ITX reel. I'm going to be basically respooling line to make this work, and this will match up with my 8.5 foot longest ultralight rig, which is also a Celilo, and that one has a Bigfoot 1000 reel on it with 4-pound test line. I'll be using this spooler from Sportsman Innovations to make the whole thing work. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Scuba Chris here. Now, this is my new ultralight rig. This is a Bigfoot reel, the 1000, which is really kind of like a 1500 to 2000 size. The guy who puts this out really ups the size of this reel. This is no true 1000 reel. It's actually much larger. It takes a lot more line. Now, I got this on my Okuma 8.5 footer Celilo. This is an ultralight. This is the largest ultralight they make. So normally I just buy what I want. I can't do that much anymore because I'm beginning to realize after going to my storage unit yesterday that I just can't keep doing that. I got too much stuff there. So I pulled out my other Celilo. Now this one here is longer than this one. This one here is 8.5. This one here is 9.5. So you can see the difference right there. Now, normally what I would do is I would just go online, order what I need, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I got so much stuff. I went to my storage unit, over 100 boxes of reels and lots of cartons of rods. I just got to use what I got. So I'm going to use this here. This is my 9.5 foot Celilo. This is the light though. It's not an ultralight. The other one I just showed you here. This one here is the largest Okuma makes in terms of ultralight. That's 8.5. This one here is a light, so this is the largest at 9 feet. So I'm gonna instead of buying a new reel for this, I'm gonna use what I have here, an ITX 3000 spinner. This one here is not a, you look at it, it's more like a 2000 2500 in terms of size, but it has line on it. I stopped using it a while back. It was just going to sit there in storage until after I passed away. It was probably going to be given to somebody or some organization. So my plans for today is to strip out the line of this one, put this one on this. So like I said, for 3000 reel, this is unusually small, which is okay. You just have to be familiar with your gear, and you're going to know these things ahead of time. It's just by eyeballing, and not instead of looking at the stats. So I use this for a year and a half, so much that the TPA and here worn down to the nub, literally worn down. You can see that. I reported that into Okuma, but a lot of other people did too. So what they did was, oh, it's in my pocket. What they did is they came out with a new handle here, new TPA handle. So what they're gonna do is, if you own one of these older ones, they'll replace it for you. So just call it in, and you're gonna get a brand new one. See that? So I'm gonna go with the brand new one, change this out, and I'm going to change this line out here. This is brand new braid. Jeez, that's 10-pound braid. But I'm gonna put on some mono on it. So I'm gonna have a ultralight and a light rig with mono.
Okay, to do this right, gonna cut. This is kind of like makeshift. Cut some of this line off from the spool. Going to put this line through hold on. I'm gonna put it to that. Hold on now. Okay, so what I did here is I made a little cradle, put the line through there. Okay, and the line just coming off the spool, this spool right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Fish On Spooler adapter over here. And we're going to poke that. As you can see, it's done. It's through that small hole. So we're going to put the top on it. Okay. And then we're going to attach it to the accessory here in the Fish On Spooler, like so. And we're going to twirl this so the line will collect. But the line will collect so hard here, sometimes it's hard to pull off. So what I found is to get a couple sheets of toilet paper and put it around that. And as you can see, I already took a couple rounds of line around that. And the toilet paper is there because it'll be easier to take this line off when I'm done. So let me show you what's going to happen. Start speeding it up. There you go. And you can increase the speed. And there we're done. See? All done in roughly a minute. So we're just gonna snip off this line using my braid shears. Pull this off. Pop the cap off. Look at that. Because of the toilet paper, look. Came completely off. Otherwise, it would be on so tight you couldn't even do that. That's the reason why we put that there. Just something that I added onto the mix. Okay, so this here is the Fish On Spooler. This is what I use. In fact, my friend Glen, who owns the GJS fishing supplies in Maui, is using the same unit to spool online for his customers. So what I do is everything's all set up. I can go braid or mono or fluoro. Now, to prevent the line from getting loosely packed on, I make sure that the label, the top part of the label here, is facing towards me when I start spooling it on, so the line is going on the correct way instead of being looped on really limp-wise. It's going to be going on with the same type of wrap that is on this. See how it's wrapped around this? It's going on to this the same way. So now we're just going to spool it on. As you can see, within roughly a 1/16 of an inch. So all done. And the reason why I like this brand better, the Softsteel, is their mono is fluoro coated. So when you tie a knot, especially in 4 and 6 pound like this, if you cinch down the knot will usually break on normal, untreated, uncoated mono. But this one is fluoro coated. So even when I cinch down on a knot on 4 or 6 pounds, it doesn't break, which means that the knot strength is superior on this. So it means less chance of your fish getting away or breaking the knot or the line. Check out the finished product. Took this older original handle off. You know, it's the TPE is worn down. Went with the brand new one that Okuma was nice enough to send. Used Softsteel 6-pound test line. So that there is probably one of the best mono lines ever used because of the knot strength. And I rarely have the line snap, which is a lot to say when you're going for light tackle fishing. So I got my fishing butlers here to keep my rigs together. I got my ITX 3000 reel. Now a 2000 or 3000 would work. But this one here, the ITX, tends to run a little bit smaller. So I was able to get away with the 3000. So there you go. And I'm using the Celilo right here. the 9.5-foot Celilo, and this here is not a ultralight but a light. So that is the rig I'm using, and I just got it done. Thank you.